with Ja Indigo. Yeah. Serving royalty on hyperadio.com.
Hey, welcome back. This is Ja's the Queens Table on hype-radio.com. I have a treat for you guys. I have a really awesome, oh my God, he's just so talented. It's kind of hard to put him in a box, but I do have Gabethefourth here. He is going to be giving us the spiel on his journey, and he'll be giving us some new music. We'll get some acoustic sounds tonight, so I'm excited. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Thank you for having me. Appreciate
Absolutely. Good. So I want to thank everybody that's already tuned in with us. Thank everybody that's listening to us on the World Wide Web. Make sure you tell a friend to tune in, share the live, comment, like, all that stuff. We'd like to get you involved in the show. If you have any questions or if you totally love the music, put some hearts, give some strong muscles, all that good stuff, some 100s. We want to know if you loving the sounds tonight. We're going to go ahead and get into it. So, for the people who don't know, well, first, let me start off like this. I met this gentleman not too long ago. I actually went to a show, Tailored Minds Art Gallery, that's here in Sacramento. And there were several live performances. All of the performers were fantastic. This gentleman came at the very end of the show, and he just delivered. You delivered.
Oh, man, thank you. You're over here making me blush.
I'm just saying. And he said he was nervous. That's the crazy part. Couldn't tell a nerve in his body. And he...
Super nervous.
What?
Super nervous. It was ridiculous.
Couldn't even tell. He gave about 4 or 5 songs, and they just were impeccable, and I just had to have him on the show. So that's how I met this young man. But I want to allow the people to learn about you. Who is Gabethefourth?
I was born and raised here in Sac. I'm Hispanic. I'm 28 years old. I've always actually really been into music ever since I was a little kid. My folks super into music. My grandfather used to sing all the time. He'd be singing at the Kweens and all that type of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So music's kind of just been around me all the time, and I used to use it, like I probably had mentioned at the show, I used to use it as a therapy, really. It's a release or an escape. Mm-hmm. And, I would really just retreat to my room and make my music, or just strum a little something or sing a little something, and it would make me feel better. And I don't know, somewhere along the way I started recording. And
yeah, it definitely is therapy for me. It gets me through the highs and the lows. Mm-hmm. So I totally feel that. So your name, we're going to start off there. Are you 4th generation, or you just added that on?
No, I am the 4th. My dad is Gabe the 3rd, and my grandfather is Gabe Jr., and my great grandfather is the OG Gabe.
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
So, there's a legacy in the making. You know what I mean?
Makes sense. Well, it's a perfect name. I totally like it.
Yeah.
Now, what all do you do? I kind of touched on, he did a live performance. He did some singing, which you guys will be able to hear tonight. But what all do you do? Right.
So, I guess I've really just dipped my toes in a little bit of everything. Mm-hmm. Mainly, my first instrument was guitar.
Okay.
My mom used to play the guitar when she was a little girl.
Oh, what?
Yeah, and so, one time when I was in 7th grade, she was like, all right, come, let me show you a couple songs. And she only showed me, 2 or 3 songs or something, and then I kind of just took off from there.
Wow.
And she even, I will tell you right now, if she don't got her nails on, she could still strum. I'm tell you right now.
Wow,
yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah. And,
okay.
And so, from there, it kind of... I was like, let me see what drums are looking like, or piano, because when you start doing stuff on the computer, you definitely need piano. It's essential, right?
Right.
So I know how to play music by ear. I don't know how to read a lick of sheet music.
Okay.
Yeah, I just, I'll listen to it a bunch of times on my phone or something and just let it repeat and I'll learn it. But, it's just really definitely an instrumentalist. I like playing instruments. I like acoustic sounds. But then I started getting into making my own beats and stuff like that. And with the help of Mr. Trax, I was actually able to make the beat for Incompatible.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, shout out Mr. Trax. Yeah, it was really cool. I kind of made a rough draft, and he helped me really polish it. And that's where we recorded it and stuff like that.
Okay, so shout out to Mr. Trax. Yeah. He's from Sacramento?
Yes, he is.
Okay,
yeah.
He has a studio out here in Sacramento?
He does, yeah. And, shout out Mr. Trax, shout out KL. He's the one who connected with me with him. But that's kind of, I make my own beats on my computer. I just be at home, and that's kind of where I get my ideas. I make big bookmarks at home, and then hopefully the plan is to take them to like a studio like Mr. Tracks, and then we make them. So that's been the process thus far.
Okay, well, it sounded pretty good when you did your performance.
Thank you.
Those beats that you did there were yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything is homemade, you know what I mean? And
Okay.
then I just, like, I write my own music, and like I had said at the show too, it's always an expression or like something I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The DJ was feeling it because I know he did that one song.
Super vibing.
Played.
That was the best compliment I ever could have got. I looked over and he was just had his eyes closed, bobbing. I was like, nice. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, you guys are in for a treat. Again, I want to thank everybody that's tuned in with us on Facebook Live. Thank everybody that's tuned in to us on hype-radio.com. If you're using the tuned in app, perfect. We appreciate you all. Like I said, we have Gabethefourth in the building. We're learning more about him and his journey. You guys are in for a treat because we got an acoustic performance coming up. Also, he's going to be delivering some of his new music, and it's heard here first. Okay, so that's coming up really, really soon. I want to make sure that I stay plugged in with you guys. My battery's looking a little low here. So if I can have somebody come over here and plug me up, I'd appreciate it. Yes. So, you're from Sacramento. What area in Sacramento?
South Sac. Yeah.
South Sac? Okay. All right, rep your set then.
Yeah.
Okay. And now, so you sing. Now, was the singing something you were a youngster doing, or is this something you learned as you got older?
Oh yeah, big time. Like I said, with the big music element with my family. My mom used to sing to me like as a little kid. Oh. So yeah, like it's like it's a comfort thing, you know. Like someone once asked me, like she was like, "When did you realize you could sing?" And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I just sing, you know, like sing in the shower. I'll sing while I'm cooking. I'll sing while I'm cleaning, you know. I sing all the time. And then, you know, I started writing poetry and stuff in high school. And that's kind of where I was able to get like a lyrical expression kind of kicked off, if that makes any sense. Okay. And so I mean, singing's just kind of always been around. My little sister got bars, too. What? She got vocals. Yes. Okay. Yes. I've been itching to, like, put her on something because, you know, she's a little younger, but still, it's definitely in the family. And I hear there's a rumor that my little bro can sing, too, but he's very shy about it,
You haven't heard him yet?
Nah,
Not even in the shower?
Nothing. No, no. I haven't lived with him in years. I just heard this rumor not too long ago.
Yeah.
So, I haven't been in a situation where I'd be able to hear him. But, it was, it's kind of cool. Like, I mean, man, my dream is to get all three of us one time. That'd be tight.
Of course. I know your mom would love that, too.
Oh, my God. Yes.
So, is your mom?
Should be watching. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. I mean, hi, yeah.
So does your mom sing too, or is this on your dad's side?
Yeah, she sings. My mom and dad sing. Like, they never really, like, sang professionally, per se. They just sing for fun. Like, my dad always sings in the car. I could hear him. I know he probably thinks he's hiding it, but I can hear him. He gets it. My dad's brother sings, and my uncle on my mom's side sings. And
okay, so it's a family thing. It's a family affair.
It's just, like I said, music. My grandfather really, like, rest in peace, my grandfather. Like, he's the one who really, I feel like, instilled music in my family like that, honestly. He had all my aunts and uncles playing instruments. That's cool. I do plan to play the guitar really soon. I keep saying that. It's going to happen. Y'all Tap
going to see me?
I got you on some tips.
I am. I totally am.
Yeah, I got
It's getting closer and closer. Don't y'all see? I say this every time, and it get closer and closer. I get somebody that plays guitar. Exactly. Now I got somebody who's going to teach me. I can get some tips. Yes.
Absolutely.
So, quinceañeras, do you sing as quinceañeras? Did it start there?
Nah, I'm going to be real honest with you. I'm actually hella shy when it comes to that. Yes. Oh, wow. So, there was a Taylor Mind session, like about a month ago now. That was like my first time singing in front of a lot of people in a very long time. Like, it was hella seldom that I sang in front of people. Yeah. Wow. Like, I used to always make a joke, like, the only people that heard me sing is the shower head and my mom. Like, swear to God. And even my mom, she'd be like, oh, bless, when I would sing for her, because she'd be like, come on, mijo, sing that song. I know you do. Because, like, I sing in Spanish, too, sometimes. Oh. And so, so she'd be like, I'll sing, like, a little mariachi song or something. Or I love singing for my grandma. Yeah. Like, I'll be like, we'll be in the car, and she'll learn a song, or she'll hear a song, and she'll tell me about it. Like, there's this one in particular where she told me about how, it's from around when her and my grandfather were dating. And so, like, I learned it, and, I sang. I got it. I was like, I got you. I sang it for her. Yeah.
So sweet.
Yeah. Oh, my grandma's my queen. If your grandma and your mother ain't your queen, you're doing something wrong in life. I'm gonna tell you right now. Okay?
I agree wholeheartedly.
So and shout out my dad too. My dad's tight. My dad's tight too.
Wow.
Okay.
Impressive.
Yeah.
So, who did you grow up listening to as far as musical artists? I know the family, but were there any musical inspiration, celebrity type?
Yeah, absolutely. My family is definitely like old school and hip hop and funk, and my aunt, she's a little younger than the rest of the siblings, so like I got really into like early 2000s R&B and 90s R&B, so like Boyz II Men, and like I love Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill's like my queen.
Yes.
And also like I really like Usher. I noticed I listened to Usher a lot growing up, and like all stuff like that, or like Luther Vandross.
Okay.
Yeah, I like, or like Tower of Power. I really like singing "You're Still a Young Man." That's a good car song right there. That's a good car song right there.
Can I mean, for the people, because see, some of them don't know you. Some of them I was on the live, and they got the opportunity. Like, it's one lady here. She was like, she loved the performance that she's seeing on the live. So some people that's tuned in haven't even got a taste of you yet. But do you mind just a couple of little verses, so they can, before we get into it, can we get "You Still a Young Man" just a little bit?
Yeah. Oh shoot. Okay.
Okay, y'all. I mean, hey.
All right. Hold on. There's something that you must know.
No pressure, right?
I know, right? No, there's something that you must know about me, and that is I am notorious for forgetting words. It's like I'll remember the melody because the melody is what matters to me because I sing.
Right.
And then I'll be like, my brain, it's almost like that fits.
Yeah.
Hey, it's the same. It's the same idea. You know what I'm saying? Hold on.
Yes. So again, I want to thank all of our viewers that are tuned in, and yes, they're making comments. Talented. Yeah, you guys don't all the way know yet. For those of you that was tuned into the live, but you'll be able to see as we progress here in the show.
I'll give you like a little something real quick, because again, I be shy. The nerves are going crazy through the roof right now, but down on my knees, whole heart in hand, I was accused of being too young. It's hard acapella. I'll be so honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather let me at least attempt to flex with my song I perform at least.
I'm not, but here at the end of the day, you guys see that he does have a voice, and that's all I wanted you guys to get a little spiel, because you're gonna get more as we go on in the show. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and just dig in a little bit more here now. As far as describing the music that you make, how would you describe your music?
I think because, or like, due to the fact that I listen to so many different kinds of music, it's honestly, it's always like a kind of like a fusion. It just depends on what I'm feeling, really. Like, I could be listening to like a lot of B.B. King or something, so I'm gonna put some blues in there. You know what I'm saying? Or like I'll listen to like a lot of like Hispanic music, like Ibrahim Ferrer. I really like that. It's like a Cuban dude. He's got bars. Like, it's like a real nice feel good. But like, there's a song I really like called Silencio, and it's just like super smooth, And so it's always different. But I've noticed, because of kind of the root music that I've grown up on, being like hip hop and R&B and stuff like that, it's always kind of re-centered to that. You know what I'm saying? So like a hip hop hybrid, you know what I mean? Yeah. But like I said, it's always really, I mean, you can ask my boy right here across the table. It's always something different. It's just like I could be sitting there, everybody's kicking it behind me, but I'm on my computer, I'm just making something with my headphones on. And it's just like, I'll be like, all right, 45 minutes later, I'll be like, y'all want to hear what I'm working on? All right, cool. Yeah.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, so it's always, like I said, it's always like hip hop or R&B, but yeah, it's like different kinds. Like there's a song called shoot, I'm terrible with my names of my songs because I'm like still in the works with them. But there's a song I kind of got a more reggae vibe to it. I played on my ukulele.
Oh, yeah. You whipped out the ukulele.
Yeah, see that one. I love the ukulele because it's like my guitar.
Yeah,
I can play it like my guitar, but I take it everywhere. I have this joke with my friends. I be telling them how I play while I do not condone this behavior, but I play sometimes while I'm driving on long, boring ass drives. I call them traffic jams. While
you're driving, how does that even work? Don't you have to use both of your hands?
I'm a skilled driver with my thighs. Again, like my dad always told me, do as I say, not as I do. I do not condone this. Do as I say, not as I do. Do not do that.
Right.
Okay, I don't want to hear about I was trying to do traffic jams like Gabe, and then I ended up rear-ending somebody. No, I don't want to. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't do that, y'all.
But ukulele is super comfortable, and like I said, it kind of like it almost like forced me to like experiment with like a reggae vibe. You know what I mean? Like something with a little bounce to it.
Yeah. Dope. Yeah, I heard that. I like that. I said, did they pull out the little ukulele when I heard it? And it sounded great. So, what is the creative process like for you? You said you're vibing with your folks and you kind of got your, your computer there and you're doing your thing. Is there a process for you? You got to have, some people have to have a certain kind of ambiance to feel it.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be very like a hermit crab when I try to make my music because I was always so self-conscious about it. And I would be like, I don't like judgmental people or people. Even I would honestly be so sensitive to it that I'm like, even someone making a funny, non-serious joke, I'd be like, bro, don't even do that because it makes me know. But lately I've been a little bit more comfortable with people around. But really, honestly, it's just I get on the computer and then, either I get on the computer or I start getting on my guitar and I'll play around with some chords on the guitar or, I got like I am no master by any means. I still got a chord chart at my house. Like the poster, shout out my mom again. She framed this little poster for me that I had bought a long time ago. And she's like, Mijo, I got this poster. It's got all the guitar chords on it, right? So I just play around with those guitar chords, see what I can learn that I don't already know. And then see if I can find like a little melody or something. Same thing with the computer. If it's not on the guitar, I'll look around on like samples. I'll even be on YouTube seeing if I could just cut a little piece and then start from there.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
So
okay, that's how it goes.
Yeah, and then from there, I'll either cook up a beat and then feel the vibe from the beat and write from there. Like, I'll export it to my phone, listen to it in the car. If it starts from the guitar, I'm usually just jamming on the guitar, trying to see what I could feel with the guitar and see whatever fits right, So
it starts with the guitar, it starts with the beat, and then you put the words to it.
Yeah,
right?
It always starts with the music. I know some people actually have been able to like kind of get it written in there before and then try and adapt it. And I've done that probably like once ever in my life, but I've noticed for me, it's definitely music first and then try to fit the lyrics to fit the vibe, because everything, I believe music has emotion. It brings emotion, so it has emotion that carries with it.
Oh, yeah.
And if like if you listen to it properly, you can hear and be able to like actually effectively translate and like communicate that emotion to everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And music is an energy. I say that all the time. So you definitely got to hear that beat, that sound.
Yeah.
And like you said, put the words to it and it just makes love.
Exactly.
So we're going to go ahead and get into the music because I know I've been talking a lot about it. I want to ask you this. What was your favorite song to perform before we get into it?
My favorite ones, honestly, my favorite one is usually actually the one that I'm going to perform tonight for us. It's called Get to Know You. And it's just, I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my like slower songs and my expressive songs, but that one I just really enjoy just because it's like a song that I used to use for therapy. It just makes me feel good. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, we could definitely use some of that. I know y'all could use some of that too.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to go ahead and get into the first track that you brought, but I want to kind of just introduce it as far as who you're working with. Is this all you? Is this an upcoming album that you have? Go ahead and let us know.
Yeah, so the Incompatible is actually that's all me. There's nobody else on that. Like I said, the only other person that really helped me with that was Trax. Again, shout out, he helped me with the beat. But yeah, that's me on that. I think there's maybe a couple features on this EP I got coming out. It's going to be called Overdue. And it's I feel like it's very properly named because I've been doing music for my own therapy for a long time, and honestly, I mean, this is my first single. I'm 28 years old. It's definitely overdue.
It's overdue.
It's definitely overdue.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. Go ahead and drop that.
I just cut my phone off, cause you ain't bang my line. And I just ripped a photo that we took on the first night. Thumbing through my social, deleting memories. Trying so hard to forget you, but I hope you remember me. But it don't really work like that. And it really hurt like that.
There's something I definitely so it's a cute little story. I used to have a really terrible laptop. This just recently happened. My little brother is a fucking sweetheart. I won't cuss like that, but excuse me. he bought me a new laptop hella randomly. He's been away working his ass off, and he came back and I was trying to show my friends some music. He seen my laptop was literally messing up right in front of everybody. Pulled off to the Costco and dropped $2,500 on a laptop for me, and came back. I was fighting tears.
Little brother.
My little brother.
Should've known that you and
That's that family love.
It is.
Support.
but
Real
that bounce back.
There's another little piece that on my background that like, I mean, if it's okay, like this is why I do my music, but it's about my grandfather.
I want you to share it.
They used to be in us, but now we history. Remember when we talked about our kids to be? And I can give a damn about you, listen to me.
I was debating because I was like, it's kind of a difficult story for
I
me.
done seen it in your eyes, incompatible.
Because it is what it is. It's
For
like,
myself,
it's what it
I won't dance, I ain't incompatible. Down trying to keep my chin down. Gave it all, but it wasn't enough. Should've known that you and me was incompatible. It don't really work like that. And it really hurt like that. It don't really work like that. And it really hurt like that.
Yes, that was Incompatible. You heard it here first on the Queens table. It's hype-radio.com, man. I like that whole
Thank you
vibe.
so much. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. And real quick too, so the single was supposed to drop tonight. I'm a little unfamiliar with the whole distribution process, unfortunately, still. So, I wasn't really like up to speed with all that. But it is available right now on iTunes and Apple Music, and like as you saw, it's on Instagram and stuff like that. Spotify takes a little bit longer, but as of today, it's going to start trickling into all these different streaming platforms.
Right.
But it's out, like I said, if you got Apple Music or iTunes, it's there ready for you. Best 99 cents you ever spent, promise.
Yes, indeed. Surely. So I want to get into, before we get into the live acoustic performance, I know I'm building that up because it's going to be phenomenal. But I want to learn a little bit more about you and allow the viewers to learn a little bit more about you. Now, we got the EP coming. Right. How many do you have on the EP?
How many tracks?
Yeah.
I think it's 6 or 7.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 or 7. And they're honestly, I didn't necessarily try. I actually just, I tried to keep it different, like, because sometimes, people get sucked into one style. But, like, honestly, I feel like everything's kind of a different vibe. The next few performances and the last few performances are all going to be the same, because I'm trying to just promote it.
Yeah.
So, like, everything you heard at the show is going to be on the EP.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, dope. And they were really good, really good. And so, now how long did it take you to do the EP?
I'm not even done yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still not done. It's hard, to get into a decent studio, because people, if you're at a good studio, they're busy.
Oh, yeah.
So I only get an opportunity once every 1 or 2 weeks.
Okay.
And so I try to really knock it out. And I mean, I'm really very, very new to this. Like, even hearing this track right now is hella surreal to me. Like, it's I never would have thought, I would hear myself outside of a phone recording.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, see, look at God.
And
see, manifesting. You're manifesting, baby.
Mm-hmm.
So, as far as, like, what inspired this EP, it sounds like Incompatible. That must have been some relationship things happening there.
Yeah. I mean, I was kind of, I'm not going to hold you. I was kind of going through it. So, I expressed myself and, I did it melodically.
Yeah.
But really, that's just inspired a couple songs. What really inspired me to do this is like, actually I had it's like kind of been my steady inspiration and motivation to keep it going. And it's like, it's my reason to never stop really is, like I had told you, my grandfather was really into music. It was a big thing. And he used to even love hearing like my little sister would walk around singing and stuff like that. Cause she's a lot less shy than I am.
Yeah.
But before he passed, I actually was given a really golden opportunity of just kind of being able to share a few final words with him. And, I said a lot of things, but, among those things was just a promise, like an acknowledgement of like either a talent or a love or a passion for music. Like I told him, I was like I understand that. And I recognize that and I appreciate it and thank you for that. And I really, Like, I really did promise him that, like, I would not waste it.
Yeah, yeah.
And, you know, because I just saw that there's so many people in my family that I do feel are talented. I'm like, don't waste that, you know?
Right.
Especially, like, a man that was so passionate.
Right.
And so, like, he loved it, you know?
Yeah.
So
So
like,
you're really going all in for your grandpa.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, at this point, you know, I can't discriminate. It's for all my family.
Yes,
it really
yes.
is. But, you know, that thought and that memory of, you know, what happened that night before he passed away is like it's on replay. Believe that.
It's inspiring.
It's on replay, you know?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like, ever since I started kind of making a lot more louder moves with this, my family has been very on board, and I really, really love them for that. Like,
Yeah, you were sharing the story about your brother.
My little brother, man. Shout out Cito, man. I love you, dude. I'll kiss that man on the lips. I don't care. That's my bro.
Yeah.
Like, and let me tell you why. I was making music. I wasn't even making no music. I was just trying to show my friends. I was at my apartment a few days ago, and I was just trying to make or show my boy a couple of tracks that I was working on, and my computer kept freezing. It was like not working. I couldn't even get 2 seconds into a song, and then my brother reaches in and he goes, "Hey man, I'll be right back."
Yeah.
It's like, all right. Didn't think anything of it. He comes back, and my boy sees him walk in the door, and he goes, "Damn, that thing's huge." And I thought he was talking about his iPad because my brother's got himself a cool job, so he's been kind of treating himself.
Yeah.
So he had this big old iPad. I was like, "Oh yeah, don't mind that. That's this huge iPad. That thing's bigger than my laptop." And he comes around the corner, and as soon as he bends the corner, I see the box, and he just plops it on my lap. And let me tell you, I was fighting tears because it was a brand new MacBook, and I guess he had said he just walked into Costco and was like, "Give me the best thing you got."
Yeah.
And blessing.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, like, like that.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lil, and that's your little brother.
That's my
that did
little
that.
brother. Yeah, that's my little brother. My little brother is the biggest sweetheart
Yeah.
anyone has ever met. I promise you. Like that.
Aw.
Yeah.
He
like,
really believes in you and your music and what you're doing. He's proud.
Oh yeah. If that isn't an indication of him believing in me, I don't know what would be.
Definitely
you know what I mean?
is.
Yeah, and like again, shout out Cito, man. That's so much love, and like I said, shout out my parents and my family, because it's I'm not gonna say it's easy, but it's gotten easier because of the people around me. The people around me, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So I want to go ahead and get into allow you to go ahead and do your acoustic performance, so that people can just get the vibe that we felt. For those of you, like I said, that listen at the Taylor Minds show, you seen the live, you got the vibe there. But we're bringing it here to Hype Radio, to the Queens table. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Now you're just gonna go straight acoustic. You don't need any sounds.
No, I'm cool. I'm just got the guitar. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so if you ain't tuned in, you want to make sure you're tuned in. Hype-radio.com. It's the Queens table. Thank everybody that's listening to us on Facebook Live. I have Gabethefourth here. He's going to be performing a live acoustic performance. This is a song that he himself has created.
All right. Y'all ready? Okay. Sorry, if you hear that rattling, I'm so sorry. This is a 10-year-old guitar. My mom got me this guitar when I was 16. So
okay.
it's my workhorse. But
Okay.
the battery's doing a little dance in there.
I hear a little bit. I hear a little bit.
So apologies. I was just chilling on my own. Was kinda bored, was sitting on my phone. I looked up, seen her walking through. Thought to myself, damn, she kinda cute. And now she's sitting by me. We start vibing high key. Know each other patiently. We deep in conversation like what your middle name is. Who the friends you came with. How they find the party. Do they know the homie came? And sorry if I started quick with all of the questions. I'm just wondering how my dummy ass got next to you. I can't believe it is true. Got me thinking I could be your guy. Cause I've been standing talk with something about you got me falling, baby. It's just you and I. Lean a little closer, I'm just trying to get to know you, baby. Oh, get to know you, baby. Just trying to get to know you, baby. Oh, get to know you, baby. 'cause your drink's on me, and I left you with my number, hoping you text me. I don't usually get to. Right, that I am the CEO of forgetting words. I told even my own songs.
Yeah.
They are not exempt from that. It's like that's like a big hurdle that I've been really trying to get over. Like I'm like, Gabe, come on, focus, man. Like even on my own songs.
Yeah, well, you did pretty good. I mean, I didn't hear you fumble, but I wouldn't know. Yeah. I don't think we could tell at all. So awesome.
I appreciate you.
Yes, thank everyone for the comments. We definitely appreciate it. They said the lyrics are great.
Thank you so
Fabulous
much.
Singer.
Thank you so much. And that's that. Dodging these nickels to get to a dime, exactly, because, girl, you a dime. And let me tell you, man, if you're a respectable fella, you dodge nickels to get to that dime. Right. You understand me?
Indeed.
You do. But that song's called Get to Know Ya. It's going to be on the upcoming EP. But yeah, that is actually one of my favorite songs to perform.
That's one of your favorites to perform?
Yeah. Because it's just like, it gets you feeling good, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it gets you feeling good.
That one got the crowd vibing. I remember.
I love it. I love it.
Now, let me ask you this. If you could open a show for any artist, who would it be?
Oh, man. But honestly, I think, just to see her in person, meet her and watch her play, Lauryn Hill, of course.
Yeah.
Lauryn Hill, of course. Because she really, like... And Incompatible, you hear me sing and then I rap a little bit, sprinkle in there like some seasoning. That's it, right? She got bars and vocals.
Yeah.
And that's why I look up to her so much, and she's so lyrically creative. And, like, if you've ever seen Lauryn Hill live.
I've watched them on YouTube. I haven't had the opportunity.
It is a truly unique experience, honestly, because it's the same song. She hasn't written something new in a minute, but I think because of that, there's like just a whole new element that's like forced to be brought to the concert or to the performance, and it's like it's really like it's so cool to me.
I can only imagine. I haven't had the opportunity to see Lauryn live, but I've seen Erykah Badu live. And it's a whole different experience. It's the same song, but they just put a whole new flip on it, and then you got all of the band behind.
The band's going crazy. Yes. And she commands the stage too. It's cool. Yeah.
So I can only imagine seeing Lauryn. I love her as well. Now, I know you're new in the game, so you probably haven't done any venues yet, any events yet, huh?
No, not really.
Anything memorable thus far?
I mean, definitely, yeah, absolutely, actually, because, so before the first tailored session, right, nobody, minus like maybe a couple friends of mine, had ever heard any of that music, ever, or really me sing, for that matter, you know what I mean? And it was just kind of, it was really cool to actually finally get some recognition and see, okay, because that like people actually do like it, because going in there, I was like, dang, I've been writing all this music for like, a couple months now, a few months, all this new stuff to get going for like an actual project. It was really, that was like a make it or break it. I know it wasn't a lot of people there, but at the same time, like, it was like just a quick experiment. Like if I can get this group of people to vibe, then maybe I'm doing something right. So like, that's why that was so memorable. And shout out the people that connected with me, like Yums and Keita and Tree and Zay and Savon and all them. Like, they were super, super welcoming, because the first tailored session was 2 shows. It had 2...
It was early in the day, because I went to the
early
show.
You did, huh?
And you were at the second show then?
Okay, so no,
there was evening show.
There was a separate tailored sessions. I did both, because it was like a repeat of the session for an AM and a PM or something like that. And when I did the AM show, I was 10 out of 10 nervous. I was shaking in my socks. Yeah, for real. But I say shout out to those people that I just mentioned, because they came back to the apartment. We kicked it, and we were talking about, like, me and them and musical careers and stuff like that in general. And they were like, yeah, no, this is cool, bro. And they, like, honestly, they helped me get a lot of confidence. So, like, the level of confidence from the first to the second show was just so much. To me, it was night and day.
Oh, wow.
And I felt so much better. And, like, honestly, for those people, I'll be forever grateful. And honestly, even my friends that helped me along the way, like, they helped me so much. Like, my friend Ty, my friend Drew, Mikey right here. Like, everybody has helped me, like, reassure me, like, bro, this is cool. It's a vibe, you know? It's cool. And that first show, though, like, it was. So I still literally watch the screen recordings on my phone. I'll be listening to them in the car and stuff, just because, like, it's just like, so, I don't know, it's like heartwarming to people that like certain parts of the song, people are just enjoying it or clapping. I'm like, wow, this is super, super cool to me.
I definitely
It
remember
feels
this last
unreal.
performance for sure. One of the viewers said, "Can't wait for that to drop. It's great." They said they was dancing to it. All right.
Yep,
all right.
appreciate you.
I'm glad you guys liked.
Appreciate you.
So, how has your music evolved from when you first started? Was it anything like this now?
You know, I've always kind of had like a little slow jam vibe and stuff like that, and it's always been more expressive, I guess you could say. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, I had a couple little things here and there that I wrote in high school and stuff, you know, because like I said, it's always been an expression for me. So like, I only really felt compelled to write a song at that time in my life when I was really going through it. You know what I'm saying? So like, I definitely like, you know, it's always kind of been the same vibe, but it's definitely evolved. Like my lyricism, I feel like has evolved, and like my, you know, we shoot, when you're doing something like this, you know, you always strive to hone your skills, right? And I feel like I've been trying to really do that.
Yeah.
So, you know, we always getting better. We do our best and we get better and we do better, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, since we're here in Sacramento, we're based out of Sacramento, I always ask all of the artists that come on, of course, we always want to collaborate with somebody mainstream. We talked about Lauryn Hill. But since we're here in the Sacramento area, are there any artists in the Sacramento area that you're looking maybe to collaborate with on your next EP, next album?
I mean, honestly, sometimes I kind of like get out of the loop with certain Sac artists, and then I catch I'll catch the wave kind of late. But I mean, to be so solid with you, the people from Sac that I would really like to make music with, I either already have, or I'm about to. And that's just because I like to keep my circle tight.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather have 5 fantastic friends than 15 friends that I don't know if I could trust.
Exactly. Absolutely.
You know, and I feel like at this point, you know, with me and my career and my dreams, like I want to make sure that I'm with people that are like-minded.
Yep,
you know,
of course.
Same type of hustle.
Yeah.
But
would it be singers, or would you collaborate with rappers, or would it be like just that same vibe of music? And you do, I don't know if I'm gonna say the right word for like the Spanish genre of music.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I you know, the funny thing is like I've never really made anything with like
a Latin.
Yeah, a super Latin vibe. Like I said, I just kind of how I do with rapping. I'll sprinkle it in there a couple of times. But there's definitely like a couple people like in Sac though that I've kind of had my eye on, like just, you know, because I see them on Instagram every now and then, and they just have really nice voices, or like I know like Bossy Vibe, or like
oh yeah, I've heard it. He's a Filipino guy.
Yeah, he got long hair,
Yep,
sings beautifully, or like Philharmonic. He's cool too. He's nice on the keys too. He's real cool. And I mean, like, there's people that have nice voices that are just popping into my head right now. Like Nate Curry got a real nice voice. He's cool. Like, I would love to do something like that.
Yeah.
I really like hitting harmonies and stuff like that. So anybody that can sing, you already got my heart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
And I do think I just click really well with rappers and stuff like that sometimes, because like a lot of my friends rap and stuff like that. And when I make beats, sometimes I don't even make an R&B song. Like, I got a lot of beats on my laptop that are just like some thumpers, but that's not my vibe. I just like to listen to them, and then I let my friends use them.
Okay, I was gonna say, so you make beats, you sell beats?
I've sold like one beat, but I usually just like let the homies use them, or we freestyle.
So you don't do them on your page? You don't put your beats, your music up on your page for people to listen to?
Not beats, not really. The beats are kind of like my little babies. People tell me to sell beats all the time, but I don't think I'm there as a producer yet.
Okay.
Like, because like I had told you before, you know, when I make my own songs, I go home and, you know, I'll make what I think I'd like to call like a bookmark or like a placeholder, and this is like my idea for my song, and then, you know, what I want to do is go to another place and have someone who's dedicated to that part of the craft, you know what I'm saying, and then let them polish that off. So, yeah.
That makes sense. So, just lastly, I got one last question for you before we just kind of get into a message for your fans and anything you have coming up. Now, if you could bring any artist that has passed on back and you had the opportunity to take a picture with them, ask them questions, who would that be? You
know, honestly, it's probably gonna have to be Luther Vandross. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
just because like there's a fantastic, like, he's got a fantastic voice. And
I was just listening to
what's
him
that one
not
song?
Too long ago.
Let me hold you, like let me hold you. Yeah, I remember I posted something, me singing that on my story, because I love that song. Like,
oh wow,
that's probably.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I sing that one a lot. Like that probably would have been a better one than You're Still a Young Man to go through with.
Oh yeah, we was listening. Me and my guy was listening to Luther like back to back, like last week back to back.
Yeah,
Luther hands down is
it's
yes.
Yeah.
Old Luther, the new Luther until Luther passed on. Rest in peace.
Yes.
You
And
know,
my mom and dad definitely instilled that in me, and like even my mom's friends, like my mom got a friend that we kind of grew up with, and you know, her dude does he's in a band, and he's super into music. I always love talking to him. Shout out Al and shout out Alan Morrell. But like they do all these Luther songs, all these old school songs, and I love it. Like it's gets you moving, like,
for sure.
You know what I mean? You can't listen to that music and be standing still.
Right. If you could ask him a question, what would that be? Just
I would honestly, it's like what I would ask any person in that position. Like, you know, I would honestly ask this question to anybody, and it's, to me, it's the most important question, and it's that, what would you do differently, you know, in your career? Because someone once told me that a wise man learns from others' mistakes, where a fool learns from his own.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm really trying to learn from others' mistakes,
right.
You know, and like that being said, it's like, what would you do differently? You know, what would you have avoided if you could have?
Mm-hmm. And actually, he did an interview, and we watched the interviews as well, and his was more about his love life. He had dedicated so much time to music and things like that he didn't really get the opportunity to love. He sung love music, but he didn't get the opportunity to really embrace and have a love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was so worried about his present, you know, his
as an artist,
his presence and what people thought of him. That was a question they asked, and that's what he said. But I know
that's crazy.
You probably you might want to go a little bit further than that, but that's actually what he said.
Absolutely. Shoot, the only other question I'd say is let's collab. Honestly, let me get on the track.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So, any message for your fans? You might not realize that you have fans, but you're growing.
Yeah. Right.
So. Any message that you want to put out there for your fans?
Shoot, I mean, if you are following me and, you know, paying attention to me right now, I love you. I really do. I appreciate all that, because it's right now when that type of support matters. And you know, shout out, you know, again, shout out Ty, shout out Drew, shout out Mikey, you know, shout out my mom and dad and my brother and my sister, and you know, shout out my grandfather, rest in peace. Shout out my grandmother.
Yes.
And, you know, like I said, I love every one of y'all for seeing what I guess my grandfather, my mom saw in me, you know. Like, I really, this is all unreal to me still. I promise you. Like, I'm going to be sitting here with a big old smile on my face, driving home with Mikey, telling him, bro, did you see that? Were you there? And he's going to be like, bro, I was there. I saw the whole thing, bro.
Yes.
It's because I'm like a little kid right now. I'm so excited.
But you stepped out on faith, you know? Like you said, it was that time. It was time for you to do it, and stepping out in faith, and you're seeing how it's manifesting, how it's flourishing.
I do believe in divine synchronicity, like divine timing. Things happen for a reason, and maybe, you know, like I always kind of kick myself for not doing it sooner, but I ease myself with the fact that things happen for a reason, you know. I mean, some of these songs wouldn't have been songs if I hadn't gone. Exactly. Some of these songs wouldn't have been songs had I not gone through what I went through. And so things line up for a reason. Doors close and others open. Yep. And, you know, my mom always says shoot for the stars. So she kind of messed up when she told me that, because I'm shooting too damn high.
No, you're not. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely look forward into all your future endeavors. I wish you much success. I know it's coming. I feel it. You need to just go on and embrace it and take it in. I definitely hope to have you back when you big. Don't forget about me now.
Oh, no, we're going to be back. I promise. I promise. No, I'm telling you, this is going to be on my phone, on my favorites and stuff. I'm sure somebody out there, I hope you're screen recording it. We got Mikey on here with this. This is really, really cool. And again, you know, Overdue is going to be coming out very soon. I promise I am plugging away as much as I can. Like I said, those studio times are few and far between, so I try to get what I can done. Right. But you know, if it gets to the point where we might be taking too long, I'll put out another single and just, you know, see what's up if everybody's liking it. Do that. Yeah. So, but the idea is let's grind and let's get this thing done, you know, so I can get that EP out. Everybody can listen to a project.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. And lastly, I just want to make sure that you put your socials out there so that people will know exactly how to follow you. Again, shout out where they can get your music too. Put all that out.
Yeah, definitely. So my music is eventually, once all these platforms decide to come around, it will be out on all platforms. Like I said, Incompatible is it's released today. It's on Apple Music and iTunes, and it will be trickling out day by day. Thank you so much. You should have seen me when excuse me, real quick. Let me take a moment. I was on the drive home because we had to get some stuff from Guitar Center, and my boy hits me, he goes, "Bro, the song's up already?" And I said, "What?" and I looked at what you reposted, and it was on Instagram, and I about lost it. I lost it, and I called my mom, my brother, my sister, my dad.
Yeah.
I called everybody. I was like, look at Instagram, look at iTunes, and it's unreal to me. So
that's so dope. I feel awesome to be part of the whole little
it.
build up today.
Yeah,
that's cool.
No, it's so cool. It's so cool. And I really thank you for having me on here. This is like my first time ever doing something like this. So this is super, super cool.
You're most welcome.
I'm glad everybody kind of got to get an idea of why I do what I do, because I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, like, don't get me wrong, everybody like money. Mm-hmm. But I do what I do because I like expressing myself, and I like that people can relate to what I'm singing. You know what I'm saying? And I like that emotion that I can capture for me. I can communicate that to others and let them feel it, or let it be the therapy to them too.
Oh yeah.
So so Incompatible is going to be trickling out. Again, Overdue shall be coming soon. We're working on it. But for the most up to date, like things and all that, all the news and stuff like that, follow me on Instagram. It's at Gabethefourth, Gabethefourth. All one word. And I got a couple performances. I'm actually performing for Taylor again. I'm performing on the 8th for Taylor again.
Of November.
8th of November at Odd Cookie Bakery. If you go on my Instagram, I got a link tree going right now. If you'd like tickets, they're right there on my Instagram bio. I'm also actually, my homegirl plugged me in. I'm performing in Los Angeles on the 13th.
Hey.
If you happen to be that way, in LA, SoCal area, that's also on my link tree. Get them tickets. But, my Facebook and I got like my TikTok and my YouTube channel on there. Everything's on there, but Gabethefourth is where you should start on IG, okay?
Okay.
And then it's facebook.com/Gabethefourth, I believe. Yeah, or at Gabethefourth on Facebook. So it's pretty easy. It's all the same thing. You know what I mean?
Awesome. So, for those of you who enjoyed the live performance that you see, the Taylor Mind Show, and you're here in Sacramento or the Bay Area, definitely go on to his IG so you can get a ticket. The tickets are very reasonably priced. You want to get in and watch a show before the prices go up, because brother's he's on the rise.
Much appreciated.
And that's November 8th. So I would go now, because I tell you, the shows, they do sell out fast.
Oh, absolutely.
They do sell out
especially
fast.
Because of sorry to cut you off.
No, it's
especially
okay.
because of COVID.
Yeah.
There's a very limited number of tickets that are going to be going out. We're trying to keep this real COVID compliant.
Right.
We are for the November 8th show with Taylor. We're trying to make accommodations to make it a little bit more friendly, more open, so we can get a couple more people in there. But yeah, you got to get them tickets, because shout out Taylor, all her shows be selling out. They sell out.
And they're very nice. I've been to 2, and they've been very, very nice shows. You get appetizers. The vibe is just awesome. It just gives you that whole poetic type, vibe. And it goes from the day. So she'll have early shows to the late shows. I mean, just do it. Trust me. You've seen the live. You've seen what it is when I go. So if that's something that you like to do, go to Gabethefourth, his IG page, and get your tickets.
Most definitely, it's an experience.
All right. So again, I definitely want to thank you for stopping by the Kweens table. It's been a pleasure. It's been a treat to hear you again live right here next to me. The music is fantastic. Keep on shooting for the stars.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're very welcome. All right, you guys, next week on the Kweens table, I have Shaw Rob. He'll be pulling up here. Shaw Rob out of the V. He'll be giving his story on what's new, what's going on. So make sure that you are tapped in 8 p.m. next Thursday. You guys have an awesome week, and make sure you be safe.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can I take a picture with the thing?
Absolutely. We're going to do a couple.